What's going on there, Battlefielders? So today I want to talk about what I consider to be the biggest change for the Battlefield 1 experience. And this is pretty noticeable. I mean, a lot of people probably completely miss this, but me, being the superhero that I am, even though I have a cold right now, because that happens to superheroes all the time. You should talk to Batman when he's got, like, the sniffles. It's crazy. And why do you think his voice is like that? But seriously, I died a lot during the alpha. This was a new thing for me, and it carried on to the beta, and I kept getting killed by so many unpreventable ways. And I finally diagnosed why this was an issue, and I want to talk about it in this video. So, what's going on, guys? If you guys enjoy Battlefield content and you're new here, click the subscribe button. You're going to love it here. I can't wait to be your #1 source. And, of course, leave a like as it helps out a lot. But anyways, plugging aside, I want to talk about this. Now, I couldn't figure out why this was, and I noticed when I started playing the alpha that, you know, my playstyle is the same. It's mirrored in every game. I'm an aggressive player. I like to rush, and, you know, you pass straight. You know, you run through, you kill the people, easy peasy. But during the alpha and the beta, I kept getting shot a lot in the back, in the side, and I couldn't figure out why. It's not like I'm changing anyway. It's not like my thought process has evolved or devolved or whatever it is. I just noticed I kept dying a lot, and these weren't honorable engagements. This wasn't a 1v1 heads up and the best player wins. This was a lot of embarrassing shots in the back that I just could do nothing about. And I'm like, well, okay, so what has happened that has made this game and the flow of the game change so dramatically? And it's because of all of the new inhabitable buildings. And I know you're thinking like, wait, what? Basically, think about this. Up until now, we haven't had many video games in general, or especially in the Battlefield franchise, that have had this kind of a concentration of buildings, let alone ones that you can go inside. And I was one of those guys for a long time that said, man, look at all these buildings and all these Battlefield 3 maps and everything. How cool would it be if we can go inside that and go up in every one of the floors? That would be super hella dope, right? And I'm like, cool, right? This is what I wanted. And now that it's become a reality, I'm kind of like, wait, this completely changes the way the game's played. And you may not have noticed it, but now after me saying this, you're probably registering like, oh, okay, this makes sense. I first noticed this in the alpha. I kept getting shot in the back and in the sides, and I always knew, it, like, hey, it came from a building, or it came from one of the giant guard towers, or something like this. And it finally sunk in that there's just so many more areas of threat now. It's no longer just a straightforward flow. Like, talk about Operation Metro. You got the left tunnel, the right tunnel, the middle area, right? You know where the flow is going to go. Everybody goes that way. And the only recognizable threats are going to come from the areas in front of you. But now, you got to worry about every building along the line. You know what I mean? And every one of these buildings is multi-level now. So you got the ground floor with quite a few windows and a door. Then you have the upstairs with quite a few windows they can shoot you from. And now we have rooftops, we have towers with multi-levels, so the threats are everywhere now, or the potential area of threats. So it's much more dangerous to be out in the open, and honestly, that's how it should be. You think about it, this is warfare, this is Battlefield, there's armor, there's guns, there's peoples, there's windows, there's buildings. This is how it should be, but it's never been this way before, so it's a weird adjustment for me. Honestly, I preferred it the previous way. I wish we could just, you know, Control Z and just go back to where we were, man. But as it sits, this is where we currently are, and I kind of enjoy it because in a way it's different, and it means I have to play different. I have to push myself to become better and adapt to these changes and modify my playstyle and thinking. And even though it does slow down the game for me a bit, I can't just run through anymore and Team A meets Team B right in the middle and we clash and fight it out and duke it out. Now I gotta worry about all these different areas and threats, and it's a scary thought knowing that you could be killed from 100 different areas instead of just one wide lane in front of you, but it's different, and because of that I embrace it. I think it's kind of cool. Will I honestly keep the same sort of feeling or opinion about it? Probably not. I'm gonna miss the way it used to be, but that's partially because it's what I was used to, and of course when you're comfortable with something, you want it to stay as it was. But I want to know if you guys noticed this same issue that I had, because, like I said, I like the idea of having tons of buildings, but with all of them having, you know, 8 or 10 different windows, doors, and rooftops, and having 20 buildings in a small city, that's a lot of vantage points. There's a lot of areas for people to hide in, and there's no way, as people, that we can look in one general direction and cover 100 different windows and buildings at once. You know what I mean? That's a lot of areas that could be potential traps or death. And that's not a good thing. But like I said, maybe it's more realistic. So I honestly, I'm torn between whether or not I like this or not. As you can see, I'm conflicted. But let me know what you guys think down below. Did you notice this? Do you feel the same way I do? I feel like this is the biggest change, and it's because it completely changes the way that you have to play Battlefield. You can keep playing the way that I did and run about and frolic, but you're going to get shot in the back a lot. And I got tired of getting shot in the back a lot, okay? I had my fill. So then I finally modified my playstyle. I got fed up with it, and I started going door to door. And of course, I'm gonna grunt and huff and puff the whole way, like, God damn it, gotta clear all this fucking shit. God damn. But it's how Battlefield works now. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a thumbs up, as it helps out a lot. And stay tuned. I got some aggressive recon, a whole bunch of other live commentaries, and of course, a breakdown of the beta, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything you need to know, and lots of other things in the pipeline. So stay tuned for that, guys. You stay awesome.